What's up, Tackle Warehouse fans? Jake here, bringing you this week's episode of What's New TW. We're getting towards the end of May. Some things we want to give a shout out to. Our 4th of July sale is going to start tomorrow, so make sure you jump on that. We got a bunch of hot deals going on. We got a bunch of early iCast release baits and some stuff that had just came into stock recently, so let's go right into it. The first one up here is a whole new bunch of crankbaits from Black Label Tackle. So this is just a sampling of some of the new ones we got. We got even more new ones on the website. The first one here, one that everyone in the office thought was super cool, so wanted to start off with that one. This is the new 300 proof crankbait. So all these crankbaits handmade by Cliff Pace himself. He does a phenomenal job of making some crankbaits. I mean, the paint jobs on these things, how much work he puts into them, you can really tell when you get one in your hand and you look at it in the light. The paint job themselves, he uses a 45-step process to cover these things up and get a lot of details in them. When you move them around in the light, there's a little iridescence of purples and greens and stuff that pops out on them. So he does a really good job of building these crankbaits. This 300 deep crankbait, really cool design. It is a balsa crankbait, and there's not a lot of deep diving balsa crankbaits out there on the market. Something unique with this one, it has a spoon shaped bill, and then it kind of has that slanted head design. So it's gonna dive down really quickly, and it's kind of a semi-flat sided bait. It's not super bulbous, and since it's a balsa bait, it's gonna have a really tight shimmying action, really tight wiggle, just not as aggressive as some of maybe like your plastic plugs out there on the market. I think it runs 12 to 14 or 12 to 15. So if you're looking for a crank to run down there in that depth range, something just more subtle. I mean, the ledges are gonna be beat up here in no time, and fish are gonna start shutting down. It's gonna be harder and harder to catch them as summertime goes on. This is gonna give you something a little bit more subtle, might pick up a few extra fish. It's gonna be silent because it is balsa. And since it's balsa as well, it's gonna be much higher buoyancy. So you can run it into stuff, it's gonna get great deflections, and it's gonna back out of snags a little bit easier than some of your plastic plugs. The next one here is the new Razor. And from what the name implies, it's a razor. It's almost razor thin. One of the thinnest balsa baits I've seen in a long time. I really like the profile he did on this one. It really captures kind of that shad body shape. With how thin this bait is and how flat the sides are, it's gonna be another one that has that really tight shimmying action as well. Gonna be great in colder water or just when the fish are more pressured. Rounded bill on this one as well. Gonna be good for kind of like your all-purpose crankbait. Gonna be good around grass, wood, rock, stuff like that. That rounded bill just does it good in a lot of scenarios. The next one they got here is the new Shiver from Black Label Baits. The Shiver, this one's kind of geared towards more your colder months of fishing. So maybe late fall through the early spring, that's when you want to pick this one up. It does have a little bit longer bill of it, so just get you down that 6, 8, 9 feet of water. Just target a little bit deeper, deeper in the water column than some of the other flat-sided cranks on the market. So it's flat-sided, and it does have a tapered tail on it, so it casts really well, so you can actually get long cast on it, so you can get it down to that max depth. Like all the Cliff Pace Black Label baits, they come right out of the box with Mustad triple grip style treble hooks on them, ready to fish. I mean, the paint jobs are second to none. So if you're looking for something, that tight action, a little bit deeper, 6 to 9 feet, rounded bill, the Shiver is gonna be the one you wanna go with. The last one here is this new Wobbler. This is a really cool crankbait. It kind of reminds me of like an old bait you'd find in Grandpa's tackle box or something like that. Kind of crossing the lines between maybe like a flat-sided bait and a Squarebill. So it's not perfectly flat, but it's not a big, wide, bulbous body like most of the balsa cranks on the market, especially the old school, handmade baits. A lot of them are pretty fat-bodied. So you're getting, not as wide of a body, but you're getting that Squarebill, and it's actually got the computer board, the computer chip lip on there. So this thing's got pretty hard wobbling action, but it's not gonna be as aggressive as some of the bigger rounded body cranks on the market. That Squarebill, especially with that sharp computer chip bill on there, gonna go great over all types of cover. That balsa crankbait, I mean, you just can't replace balsa cranks with any kind of injected molded plastic. And then having that silent option as well, just something more subtle, but you get that just erratic swimming action, the deflections that are always irregular, you just can't beat them, and they just trigger more bites than your injected plastic molded baits out there. Again, got the good hooks and split rings on them, ready to fish right out the box. Check out all these new Black Label baits here by Cliff Pace. All right, we got some other stuff to go over. One that we kind of had a little bit of a hand in designing from Comfortroll. This is Comfortroll's fish fizzing needle. So you open it up, so it's needle to fizz your fish. You know, there was a couple things that some of the guys in the office wanted. The guys who run Comfortroll, they're locally, they were, you know, about 45 minutes up the road, and they went ahead and designed this for us. So some of the other fish fizzing needles on the market, you know, they're a little awkward to work with, and they don't always have the best cap systems on them to keep the needle clean and, you know, prevent yourself from poking yourself with a sharp needle. But definitely something you're gonna need to have, especially if you're fishing really, really deep in the summertime. And then in the wintertime, if you're fishing down 50, 60, 70 feet and pulling fish up and they won't go back down, you gotta have one of these in your boat to help save fish. So it does have a nice, you know, aluminum handle on there, so it's easy to grip. Nice rubber protective cap on the end. Inside the cap, there's actually a cleaning rod built in, so it always keeps that needle nice and clean. On the back end, it does have a little storage slot, and it comes with a second needle back in the back end of it, just as a backup in case you damage the one on the front. So if you need a new fish fizzing needle, Comfortroll's got you covered. From Baitsanity, cool little accessory for all the Swimbait guys, and not just Swimbaits actually, but you know, cranking, you know, jerk baits, especially everyone throwing jerk baits with the forward sonar now. This is gonna be something you might want to add to your arsenal. So from Baitsanity, we got these tungsten adhesive weights. So previously, some of the ones that were on the market, you know, you only had a lead option. Baitsanity is giving you a tungsten composition option. So you're gonna get more weight in a smaller, you know, a smaller little stick-on weight. So a little easier to tune. You're not gonna have to stick on 3, 4, 5 weights at a time. Tungsten, you know, you can do it in, this is the larger of the two sizes. You can do a full strip, you can cut it down to a half a strip, but it's gonna be a little bit easier to tune crankbaits, tune jerkbaits, swim baits to get the right sinking rate for different water temperatures with these tungsten adhesive ones. So, you know, if you want to get your bait a little bit farther down in the water column, you're trying to get something to perfectly suspend. You know, if you're seeing fish that your jerkbait and stuff's not reaching, you can stick one of those on there, get it down a little bit deeper. Just awesome little accessory to have in your terminal box to tune your lures up and change on the fly. All right, let's go into some soft plastics. From 6 Cents, we got the new glitch worm. So, I mean, we got a batch of these recently, and they pretty much, the initial shipment that we got pretty much all sold out. So they're gonna be right back in stock here in a couple days. You wanna snag them while you can. This is gonna be great drop shot bait. So they designed this thing to fish on a drop shot. It's got a great kind of bait fish profile to it, and it tapers down to that bulbous tail. They named it the glitch because, I mean, it doesn't matter really what you do with it. It gets that irregular glitching action just like a nervous bait fish. And they've got some awesome colors. So make sure you go on the website, check out all the colors. I mean, I know when they do the northern swings and they go to all the smallmouth lakes, this is gonna be one that you're gonna see on a lot of the 6 Cents Pros boats. On the front deck, they're gonna be using this thing. So check these out. If you're looking for a new little drop shot bait, something just real subtle, really mimics a bait fish, especially if you fish clear water, that's gonna be one you wanna check out. From Deps, we got a new little flipping creature bait. This is the little rabbit. So something a little bit different. I mean, Deps is always coming out with really cool stuff. I mean, this plastic, it's super soft. It's loaded with scent and salt. That streamlined body, it's really thin, it's flat, so it's actually gonna skip really well. But you can rig this thing up, and since it's such a streamlined little body shape up at the top, it's gonna slip right through in and out of cover. And then on the tails, they kind of give you multiple options. So if you leave the two of them connected, you know, it's just gonna get that subtle, more waving action, but you can split them down the middle. And what I noticed about this bait is the kind of the flanges or the kind of lips on the end of the tail, they're really, really big. So you get that nice big cupping on there. So when you separate these tails, you're gonna get some aggressive kicking action. So you can fish it more subtle. If you want more kicking action, you can do that with it as well. Just something different, give you multiple options in one bait. Super cool little soft plastic there from Deps. All right. Talk about some accessories here. So from Scosche, we got a couple of jump starter kind of, you know, power saving options for you here, or power saver or battery reserves, whatever you want to call them. So we got the POWERUP 600 torch, and then we got the POWERUP 700. Both come with a nice little case. They've got, you know, the charging cables and the jumper cables and everything you need. So when you run out of battery out there on the lake, so maybe your main cranking battery goes down, or keep one in your vehicle in case, you know, leave your headlights on or something like that, and you need to jump start your vehicle, jump start your boat, whatever you need to jump start, these got you covered. So the 600 will do up to a 5-liter engine, and the 700 will do up to a 7-liter engine. So depending on the motor size that you got, pick one up accordingly. On the torch, just open up this back end right here, connect the cables, you're good to go. They both also have USB ports on them, so you can use the USB ports to charge your phone, laptops, tablets, whatever you need. The cable system that both the Scosche chargers come with, or jumpers come with, are really cool. They're the smart cable system, so they're spark free, so you can clack them together and you're not gonna get any sparks. But what it also does, it protects you from doing any kind of reverse charging. It protects against short circuits, overheating, overcharging, all that stuff. So you're not gonna have any of the issues that maybe you have with like old school jumper cables and stuff like that. Got them in the 2 sizes, so definitely have one in your boat, in your truck. I don't ever go anywhere without one in the back of my vehicle, just something kind of an insurance policy, especially if you're out somewhere remote and there's not gonna be no one around to jump you. That's something that could just really save the day and save you a lot of money as well. From Simms, we got the new stash bag. Now this is something pretty cool. New tackle bag, or kind of tackle storage system they came out with. There's a bunch of different options you can do with the inside. It's got a divider system. You can actually fit 5 3700s in here. You can divide them up however you want, or you can just use this as like a gear bag. That's what I was thinking about, is picking it up just as a gear bag. I'm always needing a nice duffel bag. Instead of just throwing all my just junk in shopping bags, this is gonna be something that's actually gonna protect it a little bit better. Kind of a semi-rigid design on the outside. Super rugged construction, water resistant. And they got, additional pockets on the outside. So if you're looking for a new tackle bag or just a storage bag, you can do kind of a bunch of different stuff with. This new Simms stash bag is gonna be the way to go. It's gonna last a long time and keep all your stuff protected. Super nice bag. All right, some new reels and some rods. First up, we got the reels from Dobyns. These are the new Dobyns Maverick casting reels. So we did get the Maverick rod and the Maverick spinning reels in recently, and now we got the casting reels. So, right out of the box, first thing we noticed is these reels are incredibly nice, and they're coming in at 99 bucks, and I feel like they are knocking it out of the park, and you're getting a much higher quality reel for 99 bucks than a lot of the other reels that are out there on the market. Super comfortable, they palm really nice in your hand. They have an 11 bearing system. They got a precision machine cut gear on the inside, and they are incredibly smooth. And you can crank on this thing and you feel like you're reeling a much more expensive reel. A really good free spool. That thing spins for days. The drag system, they have an upgraded drag system on there as well, so you're gonna get a ton of power. They are standard size 100, they're like a standard 100 size reel. I believe they hold 130 yards of 12 pound, so plenty of line capacity. Another thing I noticed on the Dobyns reels is the magnetic brake control on the outside. So it's super easy to twist it and adjust the braking system. I've seen braking systems similar to this in the past on other companies, and they're just kind of a pain to crank that thing. With the Dobyns, it's super easy. You can really hear the audible clicks on there, so if you only want to go a couple, it's incredibly easy to adjust it and get that brake system dialed in just right. On the inside of the box, they do come with a nice like velvet bag, so if you're traveling with all your reels off the rods or something, you can keep them nice and protected and not have to worry about scratching them up. Last up, got a new series of rods here from Mustad, actually. These are the Mustad Brandon Lester Instinct series of rods. So Brandon Lester's won himself a couple big tournaments this year. He's just won an Elite Series. He's won an Open this year. So these are already a proven series of rods. Another cool thing, if you didn't know about Brandon Lester before this, he was actually built all of his own rods. So he really knows, what needs to go into building a rod, what he wants, and how to tune them specifically for the type of actions he wants. So just nice to have a pro that really knows how to build rods and what needs to go into making them exactly how he wants them. So we have them in a casting, cranking, and the spinning models. So they got different color accents. We've got red, white, and blues on there. On the casting models, they are a split grip, and then you go to the cranking models, and he has a full grip on the cranking with that EVA and cork combination. Spinnings are going to be the split grip on there. Really, really nice. The blanks are actually a 30-ton Japanese Toray IM8 blank. They got Fuji components on them. Fuji reel seats are super, super comfortable. I love having the full grip on the cranking models, on the split grips. On the regular casting models, I noticed that they didn't really taper that EVA on there very much. It's almost kind of just a straight design, and it's really comfortable, kind of has a fuller, more fatter feel in your hand. I believe he's got 14 models in the whole lineup. So, you know, like everything from, you know, I believe a 610 or 611 medium light spinning rod, all the way up to, I believe, a 7.9 extra heavy flipping stick. Cranking rods, there's 7-footer, 7.3, 7.6. So anything you would ever need for bass fishing, Brandon Lester has got a rod specifically designed for it that he has tuned himself, and he's got years and years of experience of designing and building rods. So pretty awesome to see a new series of rods, and he's already won himself a few trophies with them as well. So that's gonna wrap up today's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. For more information or to purchase any of these products seen here today, make sure to click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most pumped about.